Cultivating self-appreciation. This video is for those who feel like they are giving and not receiving back enough, or those who wish they had more love coming in. Of course, this topic is very important for both men and women, but for the sake of video, I will be focusing more on the men's side. So, for us men, we want to be appreciated. And there are times when we don't feel that we are being appreciated, or other people don't reciprocate back to us our efforts. For masculine, giving, being valuable to others, serving others, it's fulfilling, it's ultimately fulfilling. But if that is not reciprocated back with equal or adequate energy exchange, then that will lead to bitterness, resentment, and other negative feelings. Love, respect is something that we men crave. And if that's not something that we are receiving, then acts of self-appreciation is very important. What do I mean by acts of self-appreciation? Well, both inner and outer. I mean, sending love, blessings, nurturing to our younger versions of us, other parts of us, or aspects that have been suppressed, denied before in the past, because they were perceived as something as not good enough or bad. But it's very important to acknowledge also these parts of us that have been in pain for most of our life. And if we want to heal, we need to acknowledge them, we need to validate them in order to resolve this inner conflict. Because through integration we can only resolve it. Now, whether we like it or not, these inner parts of us, they are also us. And they make part of our consciousness or our psyche that has been fragmented or split apart in the past when trauma happened and we as children did not know how to resolve it in that moment. The only way how we managed was to froze it so we could survive. Now, how can we send love, blessings, appreciation to our younger, our child, teenage versions of selves? I like to start it by always with the intention, because intention is very powerful. And so you put intention that you are going to do this, and our thoughts are very powerful. So it's enough to start by just with an intent to think a thought. Now I'm sending the energy of unconditional love towards my younger versions. And sometimes I also state it verbally, out loud. I'm sending love now. Or I love you. I appreciate you. You mean a lot to me. You matter. Now I do this even if my actions in the past have not necessarily reflected that, but as you, I'm also a work in progress. Another thing you can do is you can visualize your past versions of yourself. You can give them hug your current adult self to them. You can even physically hug yourself as well. Like that. Give yourself some love. Allow yourself. Give yourself permission to receive love. Another key thing when we are sending love to our past selves is cultivating compassion. For example, if we revisit or we remember some past event that we had very judgmental or harsh perceptions toward ourselves, how we managed it, it's very easy to judge our younger child selves from the current vantage point, from our current perspective that is more updated, with more experience, with more wisdom. So we have to be compassionate. Now, by doing this type of shadow work, you could also say that you're doing a quantum healing. You're healing your past and future timelines, because the present moment, the present, past and future, it's all interconnected, entangled, and it's happening now, like at the same time. So us, now in the present moment, we could be sending love back to our past, and it's healing now. The past is healing, the now is healing, and also the future will be affected by that. When to do this type of work? Is there a best or more optimal time? In my experience, no, there is no like specific time when to do this the best. But from my experience, I will say that if you have opportunity and whenever you feel like negative feelings and thoughts and inner narratives are popping up again and again and again, don't wait. Use this moment as a opportunity to send and receive healing to those parts that have been triggered and have been desperately fighting for your attention. And these triggers is indicators that they are present now, and it's chance for us to attend to them, so we can gently observe these negative voices. What are they saying? Why? What thoughts or other feelings are related to them? Where are they coming from? And so we gradually go deeper, layer by layer by layer, and ultimately we find out that there is a part of us that needs validation, that their needs to be met. And so this is what we then do. We validate this part of ours and we find the best way how to meet their needs right now in this moment. Another example. Maybe you feel low today, physically, emotionally, mentally. Then decide for yourself what at least one kind act of love you're going to do for yourself now. It could be cooking a healthy meal. It could be having a power nap when you have the chance. It could be going for a hike outside. It could be just laying down or listening to good music that helps you relax, go into maybe a bath or some other things that you know you would benefit greatly. Cultivating acts of self-appreciation is not just inner work, but it's also external. It's very important that we also follow up with physical action that reflects our inner attitude of self-appreciation. So we take action, steps that are in alignment with our inner self-appreciation. Maybe you delayed things in past that you knew you could benefit greatly from, and now, after doing this inner work, you feel like, yeah, now is the time to do it also externally. Follow up by real action and stop procrastinating it. Moments when I experience or feel loneliness or hardship in life, and I wish there was somebody that could be there for me and take care of me, but there is physically nobody around me. These moments are great reminders that what I seek, I also need to give it to myself. And so in those moments, I send tons of love, tons of blessings to myself, to my inner parts that needs this right now. And I do my best to also act in according manner as well. These are great reminders, these moments. You as conscious awareness or observer, you are sending a love to your other inner parts that need it. Obviously, it's very empowering and very powerful when we are doing this inner work and we are sending this love and healing to our other inner parts. It's very powerful if we're able to generate in that moment also the feeling of love or appreciation or gratitude or compassion, if we also feel it at the same time. But if you are not able to tap into this feeling or feel it now, that's okay. What you can do is you can also just start by remembering some of these your past versions of your younger self, and remember the good things about these versions and appreciate them, the good qualities, the good times, the successes. Maybe there was something that, a difficult situation that you had to deal with as a child, or unfavorable circumstances, and you went through it, and you're proud of yourself for that. Or you needed to learn skill, or you needed to confront your fears and do some scary things, and you did it anyways. So you can view this with self-respect, and that's okay that some things or multiple things did not go the way you wanted in the past. It's possible still to see small, like process-oriented victories in these past situations that you went through them. You became stronger, more experienced, you learned something, and you can reframe them from goal-oriented, result-oriented to process-oriented, and this can help you to shift the way how you perceived your past from unsuccessful to successful as well. And this is not falling into complacency at all. Now, if you keep cultivating this self-appreciating and loving relationship with yourself first, the more you do it and longer, the easier it will be for you to project it outwards into the world. And other people, external sources, will mirror back this attitude to you, so interaction with others will also become more loving. You will attract that in your life because others will follow your lead. Your lead meaning how you act towards yourself first, and you will also naturally act more loving towards others as well as a result of being kind to yourself. Now, this type of practice or work is very important for healthy males, especially if there has been attack going on against masculinity, healthy masculinity. And you can see and observe that lots of different movements and people and segments of our society have been focused to suppress, destroy, and weaken what's left of healthy masculinity. So we men, we cannot allow this external pressure to overtake us or weaken us. Lots of these people who have been attacking masculinity, they're wounded people. They're people who are heavily traumatized, and they don't realize the consequences of their actions, where this is leading, and the potential of it. So these type of people, these type of attacks and hates, it's just a manifestation of like unconsciousness and pure toxic dysfunctional patterns that need to be healed. This hatred and attacks against men, they are coming from unresolved internal pain and trauma. So it's like a trauma response. And there are people who weaponize it and use it for their own gains. And the more and the faster we step out of this disempowering narrative and stop supporting it, the faster it will collapse. Stay strong, stay healthy and wealthy, my brothers and sisters. I see you in the next video.